Hey everybody, ProjectC28 here, bringing you another review of the Storm Collectibles Heihachi Tekken 7 figure. So far, this guy has been absolutely awesome. I love every bit of it, and let's go ahead and get into the review. So right off the bat, let me go ahead and start with the accessories. Right off the bat, he actually starts, or actually comes with the stern face in the packaging. This is done very, very well. You can see that all the paint on this guy is just perfect. So far, I haven't seen any paint splotching on my figure just yet, and so far, everything looks good. So he comes with this head, he comes with the yelling head on the figure right now, and then he comes with this smirking face right here. And this one I really, really like because he's got this, like, super powerful ego about him. He kind of reminds me of, like, the Vegeta of Tekken, only in the sense that he's so powerful and he knows it, which is really cool. So also he comes with the two fists that actually come with him in the packaging. He comes with this swirling effect that I saw on the promo of the box, but for the life of me, I can't remember him actually doing that move in the game. If anybody knows, please tell me, let me know. Also, he comes with this effect right here, and I do remember this move. It's a static, like, uppercut or something that he comes with, or that he does in the game. So he also comes with these two semi-grabbing hands right here. He comes with these two flat karate chopping hands, which these are done really well. You can see just the sculpting is just beautiful on these guys. The wrinkles, even the fingernails are done very well also. And he also comes with these, well, these are more of like the grabbing hands. The other ones are like semi-grabbing or maybe more relaxed hands. I don't know, however you want to classify them, but these are done really well also. You can see the veins are done really well, sculpted really nicely. These look like a real person's hands, but Storm is good like that. They always put forth all the effort that they can, and it really shows. So also, just to let you guys know, he does not come with a stand. I thought he came with a stand at first, but I remembered that I was actually using my Hot Ryu figures stand, so he does not come with a stand. I wish he would have came with a stand. It would have been really cool to have a Tekken 7 logo for the base, and then also the upright stand, which those are done really well. So I'm kind of surprised that he didn't come with a stand, really thinking about it now, but maybe with the next group of Tekken 7 figures, they'll probably include them. So getting right into it, let me actually go over the paint in detail real quick, which there's not a lot to go over just because it's mainly a lot of the same color, but it's just the black wash, I'm sorry, the black gi with the different colors and the wash that they have on it. They look really, really well. Again, I kind of had went over it a little bit with the articulation, or I'm sorry, with the accessories, but the paint on the head and all the other hands and everything, the sculpting is just done really, really nicely, and I can't complain, not at all, with what Storm has done with these figures. And if you're familiar with any of their previous stuff, you know that this is just a standard that they have. They really put the effort into giving us what we're paying for, and they spare no expense, especially with trying to deliver good stuff. So with their price range, you're getting a total bargain. So going into the gi real quick, he's known for having this tiger on the back, and this is done really well. It actually looks like it's been scraped up a bit. If you have the figure in person, you'll know exactly what I'm talking about. This right here, just the coloring, just to look like it's old, it's been beat up around the edges and stuff, just looks really great. And all of this up top is all soft material. You can actually take this piece off, but I won't do it for the sake of the review. I'll actually have a picture at the end including it. All this right here is soft goods here. All this is good here. All this is soft right here on the wristbands as well. The hands are really pliable too, so you won't have any problem if you're trying to get him to hold something with, say, with these hands or something like that. His hands are very pliable to where you can just kind of like mush them together. All right, and then just kind of going over the sculpt, you can see all the detail in the gi and in the belt and everything. And one thing I didn't notice at first, but you actually have some, I think that's, I don't know if my camera's actually going to pick it up, but you can kind of see some, I want to say that's kanji right there on the belt. And that looks really nice. So overall, just the paint and the sculpt so far, as well as the accessories, it's all meeting the mark. Everything is just looking really stinking good. And then I didn't even go into the pants. You can actually see the seams on the pants right here are done really well. You can even see just the coloration on the bottom of the pants right here as well. Everything is just done really well. And one thing to also note is that when you're posing him around with his knees, the sculpt is consistent through the whole thing. You can see it right here. All those little rivets and stuff are just done so well. Storm, thank you so much for making such a good figure. My goodness, you guys never fail to disappoint. Or never disappoint. Fail to not... You know what I'm saying. You guys have a good figure. That's all I need to know. Alright, so with all of that, let's actually go into articulation. He has this peg right here. And one thing I gotta know, this is one thing I have to say, is that not only is the goods for the gi soft, but the top torso is actually soft piece as well. So you know what, I'm actually gonna do this. This is actually how you take off the gi. And I know I said I was gonna do it at the end with the pictures, but for the sake of just being able to show you what I'm talking about, I'm actually going to take it off. Alright, so that's the belt, that's the head, and then just... And one thing I have to note too is that the waist, I've heard has been very stiff on some people, and it has had problems with breakage. Mine hasn't had that problem just yet, but I haven't overstressed it. One thing I do have to also say is that this shoulder is much more stiff than, say, this one right here. This one's not as bad. It's mostly just down here and right here. So be warned about all that. I know people have had some problems recently, so if you can, just note that also. So let me go ahead and take this off. And what's great too is that even if you do decide to take this off, it's all sculpted as well. So this is done just phenomenal. Alright, so cool. Alright, and you can see the bulk on him is just crazy. But he's a big meaty guy in the game too, so this is only serving him more justice. There we go. Alright, so with that, let me go ahead and push this over to the side. And this is how he looks. He reminds me really close, or he's actually very reminiscent of the Hot Ryu figure that came out last year at San Diego Comic-Con. You can see just the detail and the scratches right there. The back. Dude is so jacked for being so old. It's crazy. Alright, so the gi is off. Let me go ahead and go over articulation. This top portion in here is real soft, so nothing up here will inhibit any articulation. That actually looks really weird. Okay, so like I said, head can move side to side, can move down, and can move up. And it looks like, if I'm correct, it looks like the engineering on this, the top piece up here is actually connected to the neck. So you can actually probably hold this down, and you can see the arms are actually moving with the head, which is, that's kind of weird, but I won't say that that's a downside to the figure at all. But he can look pretty far up. He can look about that far up, and then he can also look about that far down. Ooh, let me see, about that far down. So he's got some good range. He's got some good range on the neck. His body can move side to side a little bit like that. Again, I'm just trying to be cautious just because I know I've heard of breakage, so just be aware of all that. Shoulder can move up, and it's got this little cup right here. I don't know if this is a butterfly joint or if it's all just connected, but it's got some good range on it. So it can move in and out. He can kind of rotate like this. Shoulder can go down, can go up. He's got a bicep swivel, double jointed knee, or double jointed elbow, I'm sorry. And then he can turn at the wrist, and then if you actually take this off, if you're familiar with Storm, you already know the engineering that they have inside the figure here. So it's kind of a ball socket right here, rotates however you want, and then it also has that disc hinge for the wrist as well, and that won't be a problem to articulate his arms or anything like that, or even his wrist. All right, now going down to the waist. This is the part that actually scares me right here. So it can move side to side, but it's really, really stiff. So you can move it backwards. And I'm just trying to be cautious about the joint. I can kind of see inside right here. It is floating with this piece here. So you can move it forward, and you can use the upper chest to move him forward as well. So not bad articulation, not at all. And then, just being careful. And he can move this far back with everything as well. And that's standing straight up, so it's not too bad. Legs work really, really well. His legs can actually move about that far out. It actually can move a little bit further than that, but oh, that's scary. Yeah, see, it can move about that far out. So done really well here. Legs can move that far forward, can move that far back. Man, all that squeaking is really, really making my nerves get... Oh my goodness. Okay, anyway, so move up. Double jointed knees work really well. Foot can move down, can move up. He's got toe articulation, and he's also got a great ankle pivot. And it's a little stiff inside right here, but he can actually turn at the ankle down there. It's stiff, but it can do it. So I'm just gonna, there we go. All right, but that's pretty much it for the figure here. Let me go ahead and get a size comparison with him real quick. Let me actually put on his gi. So what I'll do, just for the sake of time, so I don't bore you to death. Oh man, just close it up like this. Just for now. I'll get him standing straight up quick. Here is the Mezco PX exclusive Spider-Man review coming next. Here is the Goku Black from the SH Figure Arts line. And then, also from the same company, Storm Collectibles, here is... Let me trade this guy out. Here is Scorpion. My goodness. Sub-Zero. That is Sub-Zero right there. Not Scorpion. I don't even have Scorpion. What the heck? Alright. So, in scaling, he works really well. Great to see that he has no problem sizing up next to all the characters. And he feels accurate. I know he's supposed to be a big guy. So it just works. I'm really excited for all the other Tekken figures they're going to have coming out soon. And I really want to see how he's going to scale up to them. And here is Heihachi utilizing that sweet static effect to uppercut Sub-Zero, and also utilizing that stand that came with the Street Fighter figures from Storm. So I just want to say again, thank you Storm for making just an amazing figure. Thank you Pastrami Nation for also all your support and all of your help with all the reviews. If you can, everybody, please shoot them a like on their Facebook page and their Instagram. Links in the description to both. I want to thank the viewers who have watched this far into the video. I hope it's been informative. I hope you've also enjoyed it. If you can, please shoot a like, share, subscribe, you know, all that good stuff. And in the meantime, have a good one.